Peace, crochet friends. Welcome to the channel. I am Keisha of Illis Crochet. I have a crochet business. I also have an Etsy shop. And I'm here with you guys weekly to do a lot of fun things. We review different types of yarn, different crochet books that come out, different types of hooks. We talk about fibers, patterns, all types of fun things here. So if you're new, please hit the subscribe and the like before you go. And if you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you, and make sure you hit the like as well. All right. And if you'd like to share the video, please do so with any yarn enthusiasts, crafters, knitters who would be interested in the channel. All right. As promised, today I am reviewing the cotton yarns. If you guys came along with me on my recent yarn haul, I went to Hobby Lobby. You guys saw me buying the cotton yarn. And towards the end of this video, I am going to show you the reason why I decided to move from acrylic into cotton. Okay, I'm going to show you the actual projects. All right, so today we are going to review 4 cotton yarn brands, starting with the Lily Sugar and Cream. Okay. And the Big Twist Favorite Cotton, the Crafter's Secret, and the I Love This Cotton. Okay. And since I did the last video, I have been using the cotton. I have had to go back and buy more for my projects and my orders. Okay. So first, let me tell you the start of my journey into the cotton yarn. And what happened is I started using the cotton years ago, and I didn't like it because it seemed like I was struggling to pull it through. It just wasn't gliding smoothly on the hooks that I was using. It also seemed very kind of ropey or stiff. So I started using the acrylic. But recently, I decided to go back and give cotton a try, okay? So one of the first things I did was, I said, well, maybe it's the hooks I'm using. Maybe the hook is not compatible with the yarn, right? So I went and bought some different hooks. Now, you guys know I am loyal to the Clovers, and these are, metal hooks with a rubber grip. I did go and I bought a plastic hook, just to see, okay, maybe this will be better with gliding with the cotton, right? So I got a plastic hook. Then I also went and bought a bamboo hook, and I also bought a beechwood hook. And I also tried out some inline hooks and tapered hooks. So I said, well, maybe the issue is not how I feel about the yarn, but maybe it's the hook. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little test with the Lily Sugar and Cream, and then we'll try it with some different hooks. All right. So I'll be right back. Okay. The first yarn we're going to try is the Lily Sugar and Cream. The recommended hook size on the label is 5mm. Okay. And I do have one that's already open, so I'm going to try this one. And I'm going to try it with this rubber plastic hook first. This is a 5mm. All right, so let's see. Tension is good. It's moving on the hook pretty well. I like it. It's comfortable in my hand. So far, it's not splitting. Sometimes I think it's also the tension as well that determines, how fast and how smoothly I can do the stitches, you know? Okay. So now let's try the clover hook. Okay. Now the clover hook is a little bigger. This is a 5.5. All right. Oh, I like this better. I'm going faster too. Going faster. Oops. Okay. So the metal hook and the Lily Sugar and Cream seems to be doing pretty well together. Okay. Now let's try, we'll get to the end of this row. Okay. Now let's try, now I have been working on dolls and amigurumi, and I used my smaller hook. I use a 4.0 millimeter for those, for the dolls. So let's just try it, even though it did tell us to stick with the 5 millimeter recommended size. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit more struggle, a little bit more drag in pulling it through. I'm still going pretty fast though, and it's not splitting on me. Did get a little split there, but okay. Now let's try, okay. I believe this is the beechwood. This is also a inline hook. And I really like the natural wood hooks. I wish I was using them more, but I just haven't gotten comfortable with them. And I also have not found a wooden hook that is tapered. They all seem to be inline when you buy them from the retail store, you know. Now this is, you see that? It's struggling. Do you see that? It was a struggle to get through there. Yeah, I'm getting some resistance here. This is also a smaller hook. Now this is also a 4.0. Yep. Look at that. I can't even. Yep. All right, so let's get to the end with this one. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think in this case, the hook is too small to be compatible with this yarn. Okay, so now this is a 5 millimeter in the birchwood. And it feels better in my hand, I think because it's bigger. Okay. So let's see what we get here. This is an inline hook as well. This one, the tip of it is a lot pointier, if you can see that. Okay. I really want to love the wooden hooks, but they just don't seem to do it for me all the time. You know? All right, so, okay, so this is the beechwood. It's a lot better. I'm getting through the stitches a lot easier. It's still a struggle though. Wow. Okay. All right, so that is our Lily Sugar and Cream. We tried it out. And I did get, you see that little straggler there. Okay. All right, so next we're going to try the big twist. Okay, next on our list is big twist. Okay. Now, I did buy the Big Twist and the Sugar and Cream were both on sale. So on the sale price was $3.99. Okay. Recommended hook size is 4.5. I do have some that's already open, so we're going to use the pink. Okay. Let's start with our plastic rubbery hook. Okay, it feels about the same as the Sugar and Cream. Now, I did buy a Peaches and Cream, which I found in Walmart. It's significantly cheaper than the other brands. I think it was like $1.97 or something. So the Sugar and Cream and the Big Twist is definitely a step up from the Peaches and Cream. And you can definitely feel that the quality is better. Okay, so this is the Big Twist. It feels very much like the Sugar and Cream. It does. And the hook feels the same as well. So the plastic rubbery hook is giving me the same amount of pull and tension. Okay. It's about the same. It just feels like I won't be able to crochet fast with this rubber hook. Okay. All right, so let's try now. Now, because it did say it recommended 4.5, I don't have a 4.5 hook, but I'm going to use the 4mm clover, okay? And right away that split on me. Do you see it? Okay. And again, it could just be because I'm not using the recommended size, but I don't think there's much difference between a 4 and a 4.5, you know? Okay, now we're getting into the swing of it. Now we got it. Now we got it. It's getting a little better. Okay. A little better. All right. Okay, let's try now. Let's go up a size in the clover. Let's see what happens with the 5.5. Because, you know, if I wanted to make a hat or something, I want to use a bigger hook. This is tangling up on me. One thing I noticed about the cotton yarns as well is it usually doesn't have a center pull. So I end up, you know, having these tangles. I don't have a yarn winder. That may be the solution to that problem. But yeah, I do notice that the cotton yarn tends to not have a center pull when you open it, you know. All right, let's now try our beechwood hook with the pointier head. This one's giving me more struggle with the wooden hook. And keep in mind, also, this one is a little bigger than what they recommend. This is a 5. Yeah, that one gave me more struggle. Okay. So here with this, with the Big Twist cotton, I'm going to say that the plastic hook did pretty well with that, as well as the clover. But it could be that the smaller clover is going to be more. Let's try a double crochet this time instead of a single. Let's see how we do. Okay. Yeah. So again, we're kind of struggling with the wooden hook and the cotton together. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, next we have the Crafter's Secret. And you can see the price up there. The recommended hook size is going to be 5 millimeter. All right. So now I have some purple that's already open. And let's try with our plastic rubber hook. I like it. It's definitely smoother than the other two brands. It feels like the sugar and cream. So it's a little softer than the Big Twist. I like the vibrancy of the color, or the saturation of the color. Because I will say, like I was telling you about the peaches and cream, the color, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like the dye of it is as saturated into the fiber. So the color is not as vibrant. It's just something I kind of noticed. So that's another thing I'm seeing with the different brands, is that you can tell the difference in the color. Okay. So I like this. I like these two together. This is working pretty well. And this is the hook that's recommended. It's the 5.0, right? Okay. So let's now try it with our clover. We're going down a size. Well, actually, you know what? Let's stick with the size that's recommended. So we'll switch to the clover, but we're still going to stay with the 5 point. This is actually a 5.5. Okay. So let's see. I like these two together. I do. I'm liking it. I feel pretty speedy. Oh yeah. No splitting, no issues. It's not tangling as much as the Big Twist. Oh yeah, I like these two together. Okay, so now let's try the birch hook, which is our natural wood hook. Okay, so here we have our birchwood hook. And for this one, I'm going to do double crochet just to see what happens. How quickly can I get through here? I feel like I can't go too fast or it will split on me. So it feels to me like this hook is too big for this yarn. Even though this is a 5, it feels like it's too big. And you can see the stitch definition there in the double crochet. Okay? Okay, so let's try next the I Love This Cotton. Next we have the I Love This Cotton. The recommended hook size is going to be 5.5 millimeters, okay? So we're going to start with our royalty blue, and we'll try our rubber hook first. This hook is a 5 millimeter. Let's see what happens. . Okay, definitely softer. This is the softest one out of the 4 that we tried today. It feels like it's less likely to split or tangle or give us any problems. Okay. Okay. I like these two together. Okay. Let's try it with a double crochet. And again, I feel like I can't go too fast. Not too fast. We're doing okay though. Just have to really hold my starting chain so it doesn't twist away from me. This feels good. It's good. I think it's the yarn that's cooperating so I can go a little faster here. Okay, so that's the end of a double crochet row. I like the color too. Okay, all right, let's try now our clover. This is my 5.5, which is recommended for this yarn. Okay, we'll try a double. Oh yeah, that's speedy. Oh wow, these two together. Yeah, this is good. It feels very good. Oh yeah, definitely a good pair, good combination. All right, okay, now let's try the birchwood hook. Let's try some singles. I also feel like this hook is probably better for a knife hold if you hold your hook that way. It just feels like, and this is the recommended, well, actually this is the 5, it's the 5mm, but I don't know, it just feels like it wants to give me a struggle. Okay, yeah. All right, so I definitely like this brand better, that I love this cotton. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the projects that I made. I want to show you why I decided to switch to the cotton. Okay, so I want to show you guys what happened, why I decided to switch from the acrylic to the cotton. And even now, I'm not 100% certain that I'm going to use cotton for everything. Like, I know there are some things that it just won't be necessary to use the cotton. Like, for example, some of the baby items, to me, they feel softer with the acrylic, or they feel like they won't stretch out as much. So I am feeling now like I'm going to have to, use what's best for each particular project, if that makes sense. Okay. So what happened is a couple months ago, I made this fanny pack crossbody bag that you see here. And I really like the design. It's easy to follow. The pattern is on yarnspirations.com. And I made this bag using 4 granny squares. I added a lining to it on the inside. I did the zipper. I put the strap on it. I was very proud of myself because it was one of the few times that I've added a zipper to a project, right? So I was carrying the bag for a couple weeks, and then I started to notice it was getting really fuzzy. And I know the the yarn brands, the label will say like anti-pill. And I didn't pay attention to that when I was a beginner crocheter, but now I have to pay attention to it because I really loved this bag. And now I feel like I can't wear it anymore. I don't know if you guys can see just how fuzzy it is. But it's pretty bad. And I was wearing it every day because it's the perfect size for my wallet and my phone and my keys. And it just started to get really fuzzy. I don't know if you guys can see that. So then I stopped wearing it and I washed it because it was also getting a little dirty. And it's still like really, do you see those things there? This is what happened to it. And this happened before I washed it. You know, this is just from regular everyday use. And I was pretty disappointed. This is the Red Heart acrylic, is the dark color you see here. And then the lighter yellow is the I Love This yarn in acrylic. So this is what the acrylic was doing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have to redo this bag now in the cotton. Because I still want, you know, this bag. But I don't want to carry it looking like this. So yeah, this is what prompted me to move to the cotton. And like I said in the previous videos, I think that moving forward, anything that I'm going to wear or carry around that's going to get a lot of use, it's going to have to be in the cotton, you know. And maybe that's something I learned the hard way. You know, I do still kind of consider myself a beginner when it comes to knowing about certain yarns and techniques and things like that. You know, I've always kind of stuck with what was kind of basic and easy. But yeah, you know, it may be time to even put the red heart down, you know. So anyway, let me show you the difference. So what I did was I started to redo the bag. I just picked two different colors. This is the I Love This cotton. And you can see the stitch definition is a lot greater than the acrylic yarn I just showed you. Right? And it's not fuzzy. It's not fuzzy. Now, this is just a square. I haven't carried it around or done anything with it yet. But even this is just a lot neater and cleaner. Stitch definition is greater, you know? So this is the I Love This cotton. All right. And just to show you an example, I did make a bunch of squares with the acrylic yarn. And I do sometimes feel like my colors are more vibrant with the acrylic. And this is just a square. I haven't used it for anything yet, but I do feel strongly that if I start using this in something, it's gonna fuzzy up on me. It's gonna start to do it, you know. It looks neat now, but it is acrylic, you know. So yeah, that is why I have chose to start using some cotton yarns. All right. You guys leave me a comment. Let me know if you have had some of the same struggles and how you resolved it. You know, what are some things that you use acrylic for and some things you use cotton for? Or if you're using, you know, other fibers as well, how do you make that decision? When do you decide which yarn is best for which project? Maybe you're using a bamboo yarn or a blend of different types of yarns or fibers. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will be back because I do want to show you how I'm going to make the bag with these squares. And we'll do that together. And of course, I'll be back with more tutorials. We'll learn some new crochet stitches and some new squares. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit the subscribe and the like before you go. And I'll be back. Peace to you and have a blessed week.